So you are more passionate. You are more there. In the moment. And if you do that, if you are in the moment, if you are there, definitely you would overcome all the fears, whatever you may have. But you have been accustomed to jump in past, to jump in future, to calculate, and that has been the problem. That's why you go on missing. Many people, they are afraid. They come to me. They cannot sit in car. And I was amazed. One time I was traveling with some man like that. There was also one more boy with me. And this man could not travel, had a fear to travel in car because he might have some accident. So he was afraid to lose his life. He was very, very scared. Now, this scared man, two women are holding him on the back of the seat. Nothing wrong is going to happen, my dear, nothing wrong. And that man, no, trembling. Both the women are pressing and telling, nothing wrong is going to happen. We assure you, we are together with you. We are there. And then that man is taking deep breaths and all the nonsense to motivate him for supplied. A friend told me how lucky this man is. Two women are caring for him. Maybe he is also seeing a luck in that. That's why he is not recovering. I don't know. Many sorts of fear. I may die if I go there, if I go to India. There are mosquitoes, a malaria mosquito, this mosquito. They may bite me. You are just like a magnet. All the iron will come to you and will dagger you. I don't know. Just thinking here, not doing anything, not taking any action, just thinking here, what might happen? You are scared and trembling with the sense of death. Then you should be afraid with your bed, because 97% people, they die on their bed. Don't go near to it. Just try to be away as far as you can, because that is fact. People don't die in airplanes. People, they don't die with some biting of mosquito. Most of the people, they die on their bed. And every day you go and sleep. Be scared. Keep trembling. Let me see a true fear then. What you can do. Many sorts of fear. A man is creating, man is making different, just like a leaf on a tree, many leaves. So are we going to deal with leaf by leaf? It would be very long story, leaf by leaf. I remember from my childhood, I was very interested in stories, hearing stories. Every night I wanted someone to tell me story, and my parents, they provided. First, when I was young, they were telling me. Then afterwards, some people were there. Every night before going to bed, a story was necessary. Now, how long can you continue with the stories? And my memory was very sharp. If one time a story is told, I know this story. I would say, this I know. Tell me something else. This is boring. I know this. I know the end. How can you go on repeating? A man came one night and he told, I will tell you very good story. I told it should be long. Short stories are not welcomed because I need to sleep. He told it will be very long. He was sitting just next to my bed and he started telling this story. There was a huge tree, a popial tree, very beautiful tree. Winds were passing through and it was making a noise. Many pigeons were living on that popial tree. Do you know how many? He asked me. I told you, keep on saying. Just tell me the story. I will just do I don't know. How can I know? You are telling this story. Tell me how many. He told, as many as leaves. The pigeons were also there. It was full of pigeons. And then suddenly, one pigeon took one leaf and flew. Frrrr. I heard. Then he told the second pigeon took the leaf and frrrr. Third pigeon took the leaf and frrrr. He continued for 15, 20 pigeons. Then I told, okay, now I know. Just go on. Then he told, I am telling you the very fact what happened there, one after one. I told, okay then, what happened? He continued till 100 more. I had to face him. Then I told, oh please now tell me what happened. He told, first the leaves should be finished. And when leaves are finished, there will grow new more. Because one after one the pigeons are taking. While the last leaf is plucked, a new leaf is growing. Never ending story. Same with your fears. If you take one by one the fear, it's a never ending story. You can go on taking, the leaves may grow new, and you can go on thinking. So isn't it better that we go in root? Take the root, understand the root of the fear, the nature of the fear, not one by one. So when we are understanding here about fear, don't operate your mind on particular fear you may have. Try to be together. Try to understand, to go deep into the root, the very basic nature of the fear. It's a complex thing. You have to make it understand with very deep attention. Many fears. There are physical fear. There are psychological fear. Physical fears. Watch them. Look at them. You may have seen some snake, or you may have come to some precipice. At the very end, you may have been scared to fall down. You wanted to save yourself from that snake. You rushed and saved. Now, saving this physical organism, having the sense of fear for the physical organism, is it fear or intelligence? Ask yourself. Is it fear or intelligence? Of course, if there will be no sense of intelligence of saving the physical organism, you would throw yourself in front of buses. Finish your life. There is a very basic sense you want to save your physical organism. Keeping away from all the dangers you might confront. That's very natural, that's very spontaneous. It doesn't bother. I have not gone across a man which might complain that it is bothering me. There is psychological fear of physical organism. Of what one might had. A physical pain, what you may have had, the illness was very horrified. It horrified me. I was scared because there was no one to take care, and I had a drastic pain in my leg. I could not walk. It was horrifying. It was unbearable. Now, this pain is not there, but you might think, I don't want to have the pain again. I had suffered, and now I have the memories. There are memories, and I don't want to be suffered from that physical pain what I had before. It was very heavy. Now you might understand you don't want to have it. There are many psychological fears. The fears, what the neighbor might think, what if I don't have money, what the society may think if I am not a bourgeois. What if my girlfriend leaves me? And I tell you, in country like India, there are servants. And people who have servants, they fear, what will happen if my servant is gone? They are different kind of fear. What will be if this servant is gone? And this can be very problematic. They do whatsoever they can do for the servant because servant is very important. If servant leaves, the life will be not that easy as it is. So there is a fear if she leaves, if he leaves. Many sorts of fear. Psychological, physical, psychological fear of physical, all the fear. You might deal conscious fears because they are conscious. But there are also unconscious fears. Unconscious, I am just using the word of which you are not conscious. There are many unconscious fear. Now, can a conscious mind operate on that unconscious fear? Try to understand together with me. It's a talk between you and me. We are talking together. Can this conscious mind operate on that unconscious? It's very unknown. It's a question. It's a very unknown factor to you. You don't know. You might not know what the fears are. It's unconscious to you. You go on looking for it, watching for it. With your concentrations, you try to find out. And I can say, if it is not conscious, how can you operate with? It's a difficult thing, rather difficult, impossible kind of thing. If your mind is burdened with all the conditionings, with all the facts, with all the pasts, you might not operate on unconscious. But if your mind is fresh, new, pulsating here, each moment, having the quality of attention, not bringing, not prejudiced, there is a chance you may have understood, you can understand. But it is a rather difficult. Now mind asks, is there some other method? Is there some other way to understand? To go, to understand, to analyze. So can you analyze on the fear? Is it possible to analyze the fear, self-analysis or professional analysis? Self-analysis, you are trying to operate on yourself, trying to understand about yourself. You may take one by one some things and try go deeper and deeper in that and try to understand. It's a time-consuming activity, and also know nothing that you may find, you may not find. You can go on wasting the time. You may go on analyzing, and maybe you don't reach to the very fact. Professional analysis, a very well-known thing. What people they do, they go to some analyst. They try to analyze whatever the fear might be, whatever the thought might be, whatever the problem might be. They try to analyze. Now, it takes time too. Session after sessions. No surety if the analyzer, if the professional is going to reach at the point and can dissolve your fear. It's more, I can say, basically meant for neurotics. They go to analyst to analyze, and also they are not cured. I have seen, being a psychologist, they are also not cured by that analysis. But that's all a different thing. We are asking, is it possible? Now think yourself about analysis. Your house is burning, your house is on fire, and you are trying to analyze. Will you go to some professional and say, my house is burning, how can I get out? It would be stupid. What do you do when a house is burning? You take some spontaneous action. You try to watch what might be possible. What you do with physical organism, you miss it to do with psychology. You keep on fearing, you keep on breeding this fear more and hide it in some corners such as nobody can understand. And make big riddles, riddle after riddle. People, they come to me and they tell this all riddles. And I say, but I can help you direct. They don't want. They want me to hear the whole riddle and the stories, what they have created. And as I am very free in Germany, Not so many people I keep on hearing. Because only then I can talk to you. From where I talk to you, I only can talk. Because I understand them, I understand what's going on with them, I understand myself. So, dropping all the analysis, dropping all the prejudice, all the conditionings, all the accumulation of knowledge what we might have had, watching to the mind, what capacity now the mind has. Being free from all that, what the capacity mind has. It's very attentive. It's very fresh, with no burden. It has a quality of focus. With this sense of mind, you may operate, you may understand about the fear. But take it as a base, take it as a root. If you try to take particular fear of you, you may miss, because you are connected with that. And don't try to separate. Observe deeply, but don't be an observer. Understand me.